go over a little bit of an overview of what I'm thinking is likely transpiring here. There's a lot of factors going into this, and I think the best way to approach this, and we'll go over the first like 7 minutes of this particular video together because it's the opening. It's what he said before they basically, jerked each other off the rest of the time and seeing who would submit to what. But this is the main guts of it right here in the beginning. I just want everybody to hear what was said, and then we can kind of, debrief ourselves together here. But on top of that, I want to show what's starting to transpire here in the charts because there's a couple of differences here. DGB is just loving this. DGB is loving this right now. And it's quite amazing because DGB seems to be running unopposed here. And this next resistance is up here, but it's loving this. So we're going to take the look at something like DGB, which is in the Internet of Things. It's a nonprofit. You approach it a different way with DGB. And I'm able to do this. I'm at my dad's house spending the night here tonight and tomorrow. He let me use his office, so much fancier than where I usually do it. It's a nice chair. I feel like I'm like a king in this room. If only I had an office like this. This office is bigger than my house. But anyhow, but yeah, I just thought it was fascinating that that DGB's running like this, and it's had a pretty good last couple of days. But we've got to debunk ourselves from what's going on here because I've seen a lot of fake news, and a lot of things that just aren't actually happening. So we got to do this together. DGB's up, by the way, this week since Monday. DGB is outperforming majorly. It's up 28% right now, and I'm very happy to see this. Very happy to see it. Eventually, DGB is going to be on a great rally, and when it hits you, you're going to be like, holy smokes. As for XRP, it's quite, we talked about the fact where I thought if it rejected and this could dump down, that's why we circled in here. We might have talked about that yesterday. I can't remember when, but we talked about how maybe that's a top there. Then we kind of got rejected and we'd have to come down to local support, and that would get us down to about $2.25. The more that this is playing down, the more I feel like that's what's. I know, Jennifer. I actually bought more DGB. Now I'm the proud owner of 1.45 million shares of DGB, and I also bought more ZIL in the not so distant past to go over 500,000. So DGB is very hard to find. That's the main reason I joined Crypto.com. I'm not even gonna lie. The only reason I joined Crypto.com is because I could buy DGB. There, I said it, and I've said it in the past, but that's the reason. Tanya, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XP589 Moon badge. Make my head spin too. That's why I had to come on live. I've been trying my damnedest to come on live, even though my house is being renovated in the kitchen right now. I had my windows put in, but at least I got to go live 2 out of the 3 nights at the hotel. And then now at my dad's house, so at least 3 out of the 4 nights that I've been out of my house, I've been able to go live. Well, this is day 5 now. Monday, no. Tuesday, yes. Oh no, only 2 of the days at the hotel out of 4 I was able to do it. I forgot the one day they had conferences in there. Duh. Yeah, but I can't use Binance. I don't trust it. I just think they manipulate the market too much. Not saying that I can trust any other ones, but I don't know. I just have a hard time with them. But anyhow, let's see. What else though? I mean, besides the charts, what else can we really talk about? Oh, I know. We've got, no. To my Canadian brothers and sisters, and I want to pull it up so that you don't think I'm just lying. This is, I've never seen anything like this. I'm going to show you something, why they trick you in the news. So, wasn't there some news with something going on with tariffs with Canada? Are any of my Canadian friends in the audience? Isn't there something going on with, I thought there was some tariff news. I don't know. Maybe not. But I've been busy, so I'm trying to Trying to figure out what's going on, but we need to read this. I thought it was with China. Oh, wait a minute. Am I? Duh. Oops. Look at that. Unfamiliar places. See? Where is that news? Yeah, that's what I thought. 100% tariffs on Canada to Canada. But listen, guys, no. Listen. So China, listen, guys. Just like in the USA. So the USA puts a 25% tariff on goods coming in, right? Just hear me out. The goods that are exported to us, they put a 25 or we put a 25% on, let's say, Canada for the goods, 25%. Well, we have to pay 25% more. If China is putting a 100% tariff on Canada, who's actually paying? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I need to read the story of how this actually was worded. Like, isn't this just a tax on their own people and it's being perpetrated as a Canadian tax? Just like when the US puts tariffs on another country? Oh, I've said you guys better file an extension in the USA on taxes just to give it as much time as possible to see if they exempt crypto. Because if they exempt it, I'm not filing crypto. So they're going to have to, tie my arm behind my back before I actually claim it this year. Guys, I understand. I understand that you guys think we were getting jobbed in the USA, but listen, come on, guys. Before we go any farther, I don't want us to feel like we don't know anything. When Trump put a 25% tariff on Canada or China, and our citizens are like, yeah, those sons of bitches, they've been screwing us over for too long. We pay 25% more for those goods. And then when China or Canada comes back and they say, we're putting a 25% tariff on the USA, and their citizens go, the abutment, now those sons of bitches in the USA have to pay. No, don't. Good, let the USA put tariffs on you. Their people are paying for it. Who gives a rat's ass? But the moment your government retaliates and makes it look like they're standing up to the USA, don't you guys understand this is how they trick you? How did we become so dumb as people? And don't answer that. I already know. But I'm just saying. I don't understand. How do we not know this? You guys watch me. Anyhow, I'm not going to get caught up in that because I don't talk politics. But if I did, this is economics. Economics are important. So now all of a sudden we're paying the taxes and the government's acting like they're doing us a favor. Again, we're paying for it. They use our own emotion against us. It's insanity. Good evening. 9:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, March 7th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So, here we are again. XRP under $2.40, but is it an anomaly? Are we going to come down to that local support here that we must do now because we got rejected at 258 and then we lost? What was the key level, everybody, that we've been talking about? It's not a problem unless we lose which level. I don't remember which chart it is because I've got 400 charts. Well, I do remember what chart it is, actually. I didn't go to the right one. It's the USDT. So in order for us to bounce here and it play like this, we would have had to play out of this particular symmetrical triangle. But we did not as of right now. And then we knew we could go this way. And this is why it's important to see, because it's actually in this, it's actually in that channel. And that's why it's important. Oh, it went down. That's why it's important to know both sides of this. So you already know where it's going if one fails. So in theory, should we have had a short? And I guess you could have. But yeah, the 242 was lost. We got rejected in this part of the pattern at 258, which made us know the local support was 242. Once that broke, now we know it's down to 225. And then if that breaks, I mean, you've got 209, and then it's probably down to the bottom of this channel. And that would be, what would this be? About $2. But I mean, if you want good news, we've created a smaller pattern within this as well. But it's going to be interesting. Because this could very well, and I keep saying this. Oh, why would I even show it on this chart? It's much easier to see on the other chart. Oh, maybe I have it drawn out only on the XRP market cap one. I mean, the XRP Bitcoin pairing. It's that inverse head and shoulders that seems like it's setting up and retesting. And it could come all the way down. Yeah, see, it could come down to like that 2.5 level. There is a possibility that this, even if it's bullish, it comes down. But we're trying to play off of this inverse head and shoulders that is playing out. But we did come to the top here now. So this is where technically, you know, it could be a rejection point. So we're going to have to see, because this definitely looks like it's probably going to come down here again real quick. But I hope not. I hope it just reverses up and it starts to roll with DGB, because DGB's, you know, like I said, but it's 225 is the local support. But if we can pull back up over, let's see it in real time where that number is. Let's see it in real time. If we could quickly pull back up over, is there any way we can make it a little bit lower? 241.48, then we could invalidate this down move. Because I still think when you're looking at this, unless it forces us to say otherwise, and it is the weekend, and I proclaimed last weekend to be a down weekend again. I don't care what anybody says. We had 10 straight weekends before that, 2.5 straight months where we dumped on the weekend. Last weekend, it looked like we broke it, right? On that Saturday and the Sunday, or that Sunday, and we pumped out the gate, right? But then by Monday morning on that same daily candle on Sunday, we dumped all the way back down and then some. So I believe it was 11 straight weekends where we dumped. I don't care what anybody says. I'm calling it 11 straight red. Do you agree or disagree? But I still think unless this gets broken, we have a big inverse head and shoulders. So we're trying to break an 11-week streak here on the weekend where it's been red, in my opinion. I think we might have built this nice inverse head and shoulders, but it doesn't mean that it can't come down here and do something like this. And then you might have this. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Just like that. That's like a neckline. Perfect. I love that. And that's my neckline. So we'll see. I love it. I'll make it more clear, but I do like that. But we're going to watch this. Are you guys interested in watching what I was talking about? So we can, it's only like 6 minutes what I want to show you. The rest I think is all nonsense. But at least for that part, I think it's relevant. So we're going to watch it together. I guess it doesn't matter what you think. Not to be mean, but I think if I think it's important, I think you guys would think it's important in some weird way. But you are here watching me, so, you know. Jorge, thank you for being in Tom's Army for 3+ months with the XP Meteor, along with Papa Wheelie. George, thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months. Love it. I know I missed a bunch of you, but I love it. Thank you for the support. Like, it's time tested. I always say the TA's time. Well, I used to say the technical analysis is time tested. But this community is time tested. Well, that looks like crap. But this community is time tested. As I deleted that. What is not time tested is my mistakes. Because they always seem to happen. But we'll roll with it. Actually, wouldn't that make them time tested since they always happen and we just get past it? Let's see. I know I can never shut up. There's never one moment where I don't talk. It's unique. It's what makes us unique. We have no dead air. You know why I can never not talk? I had this guy who tried to teach me the drums, and unfortunately, you know, didn't have enough money to continue the drum lessons after the 1 month I got for Christmas. And but he used to always say that if there's any note not being played at any time, if it's just dead silent, you've already failed. So now it's like when I'm talking, I'm like, if you stop talking for just 1 second, it's going to be dead air, and then people are going to be like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So even if I don't even know what I'm talking about, my voice just keeps going. And then we get into whatever. So let's look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index just 1 second, and then we're going to go over that. 28 too high. I don't want it there. I want it lower. Come on, baby. Give me lower. I need lower. I want it lower.
Welcome to the first ever White House Digital Assets Summit.
And we're only watching 6 minutes. My stomach can't take more than that because the rest of this is like one big jerk off fest. No offense. Sorry. Sorry to my political fans.
Know that many of you have been fighting for years for this, and it's an honor to be with you at the White House. I want to thank the
JW
White House AI and crypto.
I promise, JW, I will not say anymore. I've hit my limit. I know. I got to be careful. I hear you in my head. I promise I hear you.
There's our David Sachs, Treasury Secretary. This is David right here. In case you don't know, you know David. And the man who's doing a great job as Secretary of Treasury. Scott Bessent is right here. Scott, thank you very much. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, wherever you may be, Howard. Hi, Howard. He's doing some interesting work right now with all that's going on. He's right in the middle of it and doing a great job. Thank you. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler.
Jennifer said it too, so I'm not bad.
SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce. Thank you, Hester. Acting CFTC Chair. On that promise, as you know, also is right over there. And we have tremendous people very interested in this subject. And last year, I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet. And we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise, as you know, around the table. Yesterday, I signed an executive order officially creating our strategic Bitcoin reserve. And this will be a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold to be housed within the United States Treasury. That's a big thing.
You know, I will give them this. The one reason you could compare it to digital gold is just like gold, it hasn't been audited. So they don't even know how many Bitcoin there's. Nobody's actually done an audit, just like nobody's actually done an audit on Fort Knox for the gold. So that in that case, they got that going with gold. There has never been an audit done on digital gold or Bitcoin or whatever they're trying to trick the citizens into believing now. But I mean, you guys can believe whatever you want, but there's only one gold, and you can buy digital real gold and have it delivered to you if you want it. I mean, this is just becoming too much. Oh, and let's just, one more thing. To all the people who used to always tell me, and this is the argument for crypto, you can use something against the government. They can't control it. And I used to always say, you sure about that? Once they start regulating and become the crypto, then what are we going to say? Look what just happened. The government literally, I believe the US government created Bitcoin, and now they are using it as their own currency. Think about that. They created it. You can't make this up. Satoshi Nakamoto, he has no, if they took the mask off of him, it would just show the United States government. It would show the USA. It would show the Federal Reserve. I mean, like, literally, you can't make this up. Like, in any weirdest movie, you could not make this scenario up. I'm going to shut up now, but I'm just, consider what's happened here. Just like with XRP with the case, and I'm going to continue. Yeah, oh, I did. I did, Wales. Isn't that crazy? And listen, the other thing to consider is with XRP. Remember our thing that we always said? Remember what we always used to say, that what if this lawsuit was just so the government could get their hands on not just money, but they're getting paid in XRP. So last year, when they froze it at 50 or 45 cents per token, 125 million, now the US government is part of the crypto reserve, but they got $125 million worth of XRP at less than 50 cents that got floated to them, and it's sitting in an account. And then all this that got donated from Chris Larson and Garlinghouse and Rip. I mean, think about this. They made a deal with the government, and this is exactly what we used to say in 21. They are part of the, you can't look at the World Economic Forum and the International Monetary Fund without looking at Ripple. And that's why I own XRP, and I've never been shy to say that. And it's the exact plan that I seen before me so long ago. It's just like I'm in the freaking Matrix. I feel like I'm in the Matrix because everything I think now It's almost, I don't know. It's like when you understand the code, it actually plays out the way you think. And then you understand why you have to have all, I mean, I, don't you guys feel that now? Like all of us are together and it's like we're on the same frequency now. The ones who have been in here, like Devin and like Frankie, I just see are whales. Defined group now. UB2B Saba, Meme Genius, and in Tom's Army for over 3 years with the XRP 589 or the Diamond Hands badge. And William and Jorge, Shola Jeffs. I mean, look at all of you that have been here forever. Seriously, think about it. You know, I feel like we are in the same part of the matrix now, and now that we know, and now we're all together. Exactly, we're all the ones, and we found it. Kryptonian, and I mean, all of you guys, SCP site, all of you guys. You know, I think we finally have found ourselves, and that's why this is happening. Me too, Devin. Me too. Thank you for being a very trusted mod in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XP 589 Moon badge. Whew, that's amazing. Oh, and on my picture that has DGB in it now, the third installment of what's going to be on there. I'm sure you guys know XLM's going to pop up there soon, but I like to do it in a weird way. So right now there's DGB on the flame itself. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's actually my intro photo, but right now this is evolving. So now it's, and I wanted to show the top, but I can't because of YouTube. So I just can only show the smaller one. But XLM's probably going to be somewhere. I was thinking about XLM being like hanging from one of the hands. Or I don't know. I think that's what I might do. Because you can see XRP's the golden ticket, and you're going to have diamond hands, and it's going to be rough. You're going to be coming out the, you know, then you add DGB. But then XLM's going to be on there too. But I'm going to add a bunch of them. They're going to be added one by one, my tokens, the ones that I think, and it's going to be in a different way. DGB was supposed to be 2 of them, but you guys can only see one. But I wanted you to see what it was supposed to look like. It was supposed to be on the wing, and then kind of being almost like, I don't want to say it's being thrown in the fire, but almost like it's being lifted out by the flame itself. So, but yeah, I just wanted you guys to see a little vision that's coming together, and soon you're going to see them all around it. Algo, ZIL, VChain, HBAR. And they're going to be part of either the flames, the wings, or something. And I'm just going to keep evolving it into our stash. And when people are like, what do you own? Look no farther than this picture. So it's just going to keep evolving. But, you know, well, Kryptonian and a bunch of you guys played into this, obviously, by giving me some of the designs and, you know, it helped me start with something. And then I could use my creativity to expand, you know, the vision that was there. And it's just incredible.
The federal government is already among the largest holders of Bitcoin, as you know. Really one of the largest holders in the world, with as many as 200,000 Bitcoin obtained via civil law and various other forms of law, and including enforcement actions. These existing holdings will form the foundation of the new reserve. Unfortunately, in recent years, the U.S. government has foolishly sold tens of thousands of additional Bitcoin that were worth billions and billions of dollars had they not sold them, but they did sell them, mostly during the Biden administration. And not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell knows, right?
I'm live, but the summit isn't. I only wanted you guys to watch this, like this part of the speech, because the rest of it's one big
Who knows? But so far, it's been right. And well, let's keep it that way. The Treasury and Commerce departments will also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings for the reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers. In addition, my order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine how they can be transferred easily to the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new U.S. digital asset stockpile where they will be managed properly. My administration also is working to end the federal bureaucracy's war on crypto, which was really going on pretty wildly during Biden until the election came about. About 5 months before the election, he became a big fan because he heard how many people were in favor of it and how many people love it and respect it. But I guess it didn't work out too well for him. People understood what was going on and paved the way for groundbreaking innovations in institutional finance. Under the Bitcoin administration, regulators strong-armed banks. I mean, they really did. They strong-armed banks into closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponized government against the entire industry. But I know that feeling also. Maybe better than you do. All of that will soon be over, and we are ending Operation Choke Point 2.0. Now, some people really suffered. It was ridiculous what they were doing, but in the end, they came around, but they came around for the wrong reasons. They came around only because they wanted votes, and they saw that tens of millions of people were against them because of what they were doing. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and the digital assets market. They're working very hard on that. This is a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and innovation in our financial sector, and will really go a long way. I think it's going to be a tremendous, we feel like pioneers in a way, of tremendous method of growth. And things are very much tied, and we want to keep it that way. The U.S. dollar, long into the future, we're going to keep it that way. I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August recess if they can. And they're very much working with you, and you know a lot of them, and a lot of them were committed right from the very beginning. So I just want to congratulate you all for being at the White House today, and a man who knows more about Bitcoin and AI and just about everything else than anybody, David Saxon. I'd like to have you say a few words, David.
Yeah, he was at the crypto summit. He actually welcomed or recognized Trump's appearance. So he was there. Brad Gardenhouse was there. I think he talked about it on X, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're all here today because of your leadership, your vision, and your generosity. And I really want to thank you for that. We're also here because of your desire to make America great and to introduce a golden age in America, including for digital assets. And we're here because of your love of innovators, or as you might say, high IQ people. We know you love high IQ people. And we have about 30 of them here in the room today. These are the top people in the digital asset industry. And one other thing that I think that you love is legal.
Ah, shut up. So here's what Brad Garlinghouse said. And thank you, Wales Josie Wales, for the $4.99 donation. Yeah, I'm not. Didn't you see how I shut it out? I'm not watching that crap. I'm not gonna watch them jerk each other off willingly. You know, if I wanted to do that, I would gouge my eyes out first. So some weeks feel like, well, gouge one eye out because I can't see out the other one anyhow. So I'll keep one intact since it's useless anyhow. Well, I mean, it sees blurs, so it's kind of useless. 1% functionability. This was one of them from the white. This is Brad Garlinghouse. So some weeks feel like months in crypto. This was one of them from the White House. Crypto Summit to the CFTC, Commodities Future Trading Commission. Now, why would he be there if it was So now my question is why are we paying a crypto tax if they're commodities? That's my other thing. Like, how are we supposed to pay crypto taxes when they're not crypto? They're commodities. How it can't. I'm telling you, the way they just did this, they screwed themselves. That's why Trump is going to have to get rid of the crypto tax. Otherwise, he's going to run into some serious liability with some. If I have to one day, if I have the money, I'm telling you, no, that would not be a reason to sell XRP. I'm just saying this is I've been saying this for 2 years. These are commodities. And they're going to catch themselves up. Some asshole needs to go to court that has a lot of money in my audience, somebody, and stand up for retail and say, hey, I don't know what to do here. Yeah, they pay, but it's a different tax bracket. I know they do. I trade commodities. I know exactly how the taxes work. But you're not getting taxed at the rate you do on crypto. It's not the same. They're different. And there's different rules to it. It's just different. So anyhow, so the sheer amount of news announced, hooray for National Crypto Association law. It's been quite a few days. There's been a lot of talk about what this White House has and will prioritize with their crypto agenda. Most importantly, regulatory clarity through congressional action, as well as a Bitcoin reserve and crypto stockpile, support for stablecoin innovation backed by U.S. treasuries and more. I was extremely pleased to see the incredible support from this administration. It's easy to get lost in some of the maxi-induced noise, but there's so much more to this industry than the infighting in one coin versus another, time-wasting rhetoric. We will, as we've always done, continue to champion the need for a level playing field, and it was great to hear others in the room echo this as well, and for the industry to come together to move much-needed legislation forward in the U.S. An incredible thank you to that real Donald Trump for opening and welcoming us to the White House. So there's your validation that they were in fact there, like I was saying, or Brad Garlinghouse was at least. Amazing contrast to the hostility of the Biden administration at David Sachs 47 and Bo Hines for a truly historic summit. I think they're still cleaning the carpets off in each other. And that's, I'm not sure where that was at, but, it had to be said. And Caroline Pham for hosting us at the Commodities Future Trading Commission. I mean, I'm just saying they're backing themselves against the wall for us. So, couldn't resist. I mean, look at these bunch of, look at these fine, I don't know what to call them. Oh yeah, these people actually, that's the, Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So why am I paying crypto taxes then, huh? If I have commodities, why am I paying a crypto? I'm just saying, if I have commodities, why am I paying a crypto tax? I want to pay a commodities tax, just like I do with my mining stocks. I'm serious. I want to be charged the same way I am for my mining stocks. Commodities versus crypto tax. Fuck this. I'm sick of the old way. AI is going to do it for me. Commodities versus crypto. Oh crap, I started this so late. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I commend you for being here with how long it is, or with how late it is. The IRS treats cryptocurrency as property, not currency. This is crucial distinction. The classification means cryptocurrency transactions are subject to capital gains taxes. So that's a capital gains. Commodities trading can also result in capital gains or losses. The specific tax treatment can vary depending on type of commodity and how it's traded, futures contracts, so on and so forth. But commodity futures contracts can have special tax codes. I want to know it's hard to get a direct percentage from them. So both cryptocurrencies and commodities is evolving, so tax rules can change, yada, 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 so on and so forth. I mean, you got to pull teeth with fucking AI. What is taxed at a higher rate? Crypto or commodities? For fuck's sake. It's not accurate to say definitely crypto or commodities are always taxed at a higher rate. Short-term gains held for less than a year are taxed at ordinary income, blah, blah, blah. If crypto is received as income, it is taxed as ordinary income. Anyhow, getting off track there. So at least we heard what Brad Garlinghouse had to say. Now the only other one that I seen, was it this one?
So the crypto bros are coming.
Yeah, this was it. Because I want the news talked about it real quick. This was their take on it in the beginning.
Pros are coming. Once a cryptocurrency skeptic, Trump has actually completely changed his tune. And if he gets his way, the president says he'll make the U.S. the crypto capital of the earth. He's kicking it off by promising to hold this crypto summit tomorrow at the White House, and it's going to feature some of the industry's obvious.
This wasn't the one. This is the one from before. Where'd the other one go? Ah, it's fine. We'll just go into the charts because I only have so much time here. As you know, I'm at my dad's house, so. I had another one. I'll have to go through it. I'll have to go through it and talk about it tomorrow. I thought I had it.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here.
You were just at the first ever White House Crypto Summit as the director of the President's Working Group on Digital Assets. What did you think? What were your takeaways?
Well, I'll tell you this much. The optimism and energy in that room was palpable. I mean, under President Trump's leadership, we're certainly well on our way in ushering in the digital age for...
I'm sorry, but it's always the same. I just want to hear the facts, not... I'm sorry. You know... I don't watch porn, but if I wanted to see somebody be jerked off, I'd go to, you know, some porn site. I'd go to, what are the famous ones now? Pornhub. You know, like, I don't need to see this 24/7. Like, seriously. Just give me what I want to hear. Bitter hater. Are you talking to me? Must be somebody new. So anyhow, let's just look into a couple charts. So, well, I mean, we already know the basis of this. That we got rejected at the $2.58, and then we ultimately lost $2.42, and it opened this pattern back up to the next target down would be $2.25. We came as low as $2.34. And now there's that pivot point at 225. If we lose that, actually, I guess you could put it a little bit lower just because we did come there, but I mean, that's a dangerous level in there. It's so dangerous to lose this area. I guess I'll give it the best benefit. It could even come down to like 218 or whatever, but this is... I still think we could be building, like I said, that inverse head and shoulder. The neckline's all the way at $2, but how many times do we want to keep falling back down there? You know, and... Loaded turtles, dude. I like your style. You're so straight. You're straight up. That's the only way I know. You know, I don't do this to make friends. I just do it to share my historical data and the journey along the way. And fortunately, for some of us, I've been doing this since March 24th of 2021. So it's been almost 4 years I've been doing this, and I've never missed a day. So you know, there's something to be said. I average it out. I do 2.7 videos a day. I've done this for 1,400 and something days in a row so far. And I have 5,400 videos, so you can do the math. There's been a lot of content put out. And I don't use AI things to make me 500 clips like some channels do. These are just me doing it. I don't use any programs. I just do it. And I don't edit anything. So as dumb or as bad as it sounds, I don't edit anything. So it is what it is. Algo is still on the outside of here. I would love to see Algo start to run. I would. But I mean, crypto is being beaten down. Crypto's been beaten down here for all intents and purposes. And I like to pull this out a little bit, like to a wider scale, just so we don't get too carried away, because I've been trying to figure out Algo exactly what it wants to do. And yeah, there was a scenario where if this dumps down, we could very well find ourselves down here. Ooh, do we really want to go all the way back down there? But that is a scenario. We've got this. I almost feel like maybe they did put the nail in the coffin for a rally here. Like that whole thing with, we should have known something was up. The whole crypto reserve, and then most of it's already in the reserve. Like, you couldn't, the only way this could be made up is if it was, the only way this could happen the way it has is if it was rigged. And the more you realize it's rigged, I'm almost afraid to say it, but what if, like, most of the tokens that have went to all-time highs, what if we just, that was just so unfathomably gifted to us in 21 because of all the money that was given. And now we never quite make it back up there. That's why when everybody's targeting the all-time highs on patterns, even for me with DGB, I talk about 2 cents. You know, that's the target. And then if we can go farther, then we can go more. James, thank you for the $2 donation. Can we look at DGB? I'm a believer. Yes, we can look at DGB for sure. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for your first month as well with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens and sending a YouTube super chat. What a generous person. So I start to look at this and I'm like, what is really going on here? You know, like, is it possible that crypto's jumped the shark because the government is now involved? And then if that's the case, is it possible that we're having a redirection here? And like I said, we're having the most silent bull market I've ever seen in commodities and crypto. Yeah, some commodities are being slow, like B2 gold and such. But Fortuna Silver Mines was up another 6% today, up about 17% on the week. First Majestic was up a little bit, nothing major. You know, it was down, or not down. That's what I was gonna say. I was down. I don't remember being down. First Majestic was up 6.8% this week. Fortuna was up. That's it. Oh, I forgot it started the week low. That doesn't seem right. That's Tuesday. Yeah, what are the since Tuesday it's up 18%. I was gonna say that doesn't seem right. But I guess because it started 5 days out. But yeah, it was up 18% during the trading week, at least since Tuesday, since it hit that low. This is the ETF I went into for just to have some junior miner exposure, but I don't like to have any single junior miner. B2 gold, that didn't really do much this week again, down 1.47%. But since Tuesday, it was up a little bit. Barrett gold up about 3.33% the last 5 trading days. And then Newmont mining flat. So again, it's been pretty stationary here. And I think it's getting into a silent bull market. At least for gold, it's obviously in one. And silver's approaching one very quickly. It's up another 4.5%. And like in the last 1 year, it's up 40%. Gold in the last 1 year is up 39%. So it's been a pretty remarkable move here. You know, even in the last year. And gold was already over 2,000 in that, you know, when it started making that push up again. So I think commodities are a steal. I'm not a financial advisor, so I might just get punched in the face. But I'd like to think I know a thing or two about a thing or two. So, you know, that's a well-kept secret from most, but I talk about it every day in some way. Some just, you know, they think I just do crypto. You know, I'm only good at crypto. But I'm not good at any particular thing. I just know the charts, and I know sectors, and I know economics. So when you put it all together, I'm not trying to be the best at anything. I'm just trying to do enough, you know, and know enough to where I can manipulate these markets myself. That's right. That's right. 9% per year for 25 years, Wales. You are absolutely right. As a financial advisor, what is taxed as a higher rate? What do you mean? Between crypto and commodities? Trezor removed DGB from its supported cryptocurrency in February. A lot of people, for some reason, are making it hard to buy DGB. Thank you, William. I love you, my friend. IQ says you're good at being Tom. That is true. I'm good at being Tom. I know how to be Tom. That's one thing I do know. So DGB for my friend that's on a donation and in Tom's Army. DGB is defying the odds, right? Or the market, I should say. But we still need to hold that 0092. Then we can push up to that next layer at about 01055. DGB's been on a little bit of a move here since the end of February. So February 28th. Actually, since the beginning of March, end of February, first day of March, DGB's up 36% in the month of March. So that's a pretty good move for DGB in the month of March. Not bad. Let's see XRP in the month of March. XRP since March started, I know it's down a little bit, but it's up about 8.6%. So DGB is definitely outperforming XRP in the month of March, but it's well undervalued compared to XRP. Let's not kid ourselves. DGB was at 0045 approximately when this bull season started. supposed bull season that we've only seen in a few. XRP was at 38 cents, was the lowest it hit just before the start of this cycle. So you can use 38 cents and not even go to the lowest. DGB, we had to go all the way back to the lowest. So it's a pretty interesting thing we got going on here. Somebody said ZBCN. How is it doing right now, ZBCN? I don't know why I never put this back on, but I didn't. I don't remember which chart I was using. Oh, you know which one I was probably using? The crypto.com chart. Let's see. Oh, I'll be darned. I wasn't using that one. I would have thought for sure I would be using that one. Oh, wait a minute. That's right here. I guess I'm not using it. Oh, because it didn't go back far enough. Let's see. Which one would have went back far enough? Because it wasn't on everywhere. Oh, there we go. So I mean, this could still be playing out. This was our inverse head and shoulders that we talked about. And we talked when it came up here that we needed a back test. And now it's back tested. That's interesting. Have to keep our eyes on this. Because if this does break out and it holds and this actually is an inverse head and shoulders. We could find our... that's not that big of a bounce. Yeah, so it would try to build that back up and see. So at least the initial bounce should get us back here. That would be the initial bounce. If it happens, and in the daily, we've had a very nice golden cross that's back tested. I mean, I don't know. This could be turning into something here, but we speculated that it would turn out to be something. Either it would drop down or it would make that as a W, and at least it took the up route right now. So this could turn into something. I mean, it's looking okay right now. It's looking okay right now. So we'll keep an eye on that, but it's actually looking okay, if I'm being honest. Let's see. What else? It's already been 47 minutes. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm only going to be on a couple more minutes because obviously I want to go talk to my dad before he goes to bed too. Platinum is a good hold, 30x rarer than gold. Yeah, I have a couple ounces of platinum. Not much. A few ounces. Let's see. Oh yeah, XRP Healthcare. Oh, it's floundering. Down under 9 cents. Could be going back for the reset. It never tested. We talked about this when it made the breakout. It had a very large and noticeable gap down here. And I talked about it when it first happened. I said, I hope this isn't the case. Came back up, came up. And then like once it came past here, I don't really see anything that ever came back. So we needed to come down here. And we might even need to come down, like in my opinion, what I was saying a long time ago. When everybody's buying it over the top. I mean, there's a very real chance you have to come fill a gap way down there. I'm just not saying it to say it. I was saying it to be real. And like, it's impossible to buy. So yeah, I could have sold it out. I could have sold mine. There's no doubt about it. But I don't know. This is just one that I just don't even look at. It just sits in the XRP healthcare wallet and it's going to do what it does until 2032. Can we get the song before you leave, please? I think I can do the song before I leave. And thank you for the $2 donation, James. I really appreciate that. I think somewhere around 5 cents. Maybe a little bit lower because it could have used that as a wick, came down, went up. But I'd like to think that it would have needed to only back test that wick area. But yeah, I could definitely see it coming back because it's been... Sometimes, you know, you just like to keep using that, you keep using that little area of support, but it's clearly broken. It's broken outside of the landscape here. Like even when you were looking at it like that. So now I kind of got to look at it as, you know, the pattern slightly, it fell down, fell out. And, you know, it is what it is. Now you got to look at it as it's coming back to fill all the gaps that are left. Unless we pull up very quickly, but that doesn't seem to be the case right now. Just doesn't seem to be the case right now. Like I said, something has gone horribly wrong in crypto, it seems. And I think what's gone horribly wrong is that whole crypto reserve. Everybody thought they were going to be buying all this crypto. And then it turns out that that was all bullshit. They already own the crypto. That's why they're making a reserve so they don't have to give it back. No, I didn't say it's over, but I said something seriously wrong here. I've said it ever since we had the Trump meme token. There's no reason that we should have those meme tokens come out at the exact moment utility was supposed to take over. You guys don't know how many billions and billions of dollars that absorbed. So I'm just saying, there's a reason why everything continues to run and then it just drops right back to where it was at. Now there's going to be the anomalies that can pull this up. I don't like to make predictions based on years. I think the moment you say this is what it can do in this year, you just are an asshole. That's just me. That's just me. Because I can't, I can't tell you an exact date. But my expectation is in time that DGB is going to make me 6 figures. I mean, you can do the math on what that means. But DGB was, as we know, it was much, much higher than where it's at now. But I have 1.45 million tokens. My average is probably somewhere around the 006 something, probably 006, somewhere around 006. So do the math. What would it take for me to make 6 figures? And that I think it's going to be over 6, like over the 100,000. I think it's going to probably, let me do the math real quick. So I can tell you at my figure and then you can figure it out. But I'm not going to tell you the date because I don't know. And when we give dates, when we're traders, when we give dates and we don't hit those dates, it tends to make us, it makes us sell or it makes us panic. I don't panic because I don't care about the date. As long as I'm taking care of myself, my health, and I'll be here. I only look at around the 2032 areas when I want this to thrive the way I see. So I've got 7 years to build my future, but I don't think it's going to take that long for DGB to get to where I need it to. I'm just saying, you just open your eye or your minds and hearts to, hey, we're going to have to be around for about the next 5 to 7 years still. But at the level that I see DGB, what would I expect? No problem to make. And some people will be like, oh, well, Tom, I mean, come on. I expect no less than $130,000 on DGB. But what my gut tells me, if this actually plays out to the way I see it, it doesn't have to go to the moon. It just has to play out to the way that I see. And just not even coming within 1/3 of a dollar, I think it'll make me $435,000 on DGB in time. And that's just getting the 30 cents. Now, if it doesn't get up there and if we fail at 13, I won't be mad. That's 188,000. So, but that's what I think it's going to do in time. I could be dead wrong. But that's been my plan forever with DGB. And that's why I sold out in the bull market of 21 when it was at 16 cents when I had made over 300%. Because I said I won't buy it back until it's under a penny. And I heard the laugh in the audience, and I almost laughed at myself when I said it. And I'm like, this is impossible. But it wasn't. So that's my expectation, and that's what I think. I still think that there's a very real chance that one day we'll see DGB over $1. And if DGB got to $1, obviously I have 1.45 million in just DGB. But it's got a long ways to go. I don't like to fantasize. I live in the reality. I don't like to be like, oh, it can make me this, X, Y, and Z. The next thing I'm looking for is DGB to get over this 105. And this is the best thing I know. You live in the moment with the expectations of what you want, but don't get down on how long it takes. You just keep building, and every opportunity. It gave me another opportunity, so I bought another 100,000 of them when it dumped again the last time. I didn't think I would. I thought I was done at 1.35, and I said, nope, now 1.45. Just like I thought I was done with Zillow at 455, and I couldn't resist it again when it dumped. So, there's some things that are just in levels that I look at, and I'm like, you only live once, and I'm not looking to sell this stuff anyhow and get taxed anyhow. I just want to ride this. So, you have to go on faith alone that you know what you're talking about. And if not, it's just going to take a little bit longer for this to run. So I hope you guys learned something today. Make sure you're paying attention to the exchanges that I put on here, just so you don't get screwed over by fees, even though crypto.com is going to cost you an arm and a leg in some cases. But they have DGB and a couple others that are just simply impossible for me to get in other exchanges. And I have to, sometimes you got to bite the bullet. Some things I can send right over there so I don't have to buy it on crypto.com and I can kind of use it and lose it, what it is. But, BitUnix is where I would prefer to be on everything, but they don't have everything. But they have the lowest spot and leverage trading fees, lower make and taker fee, and yada, 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 so on and so forth. Right now, if you're a high volume trader, you just trade crypto. As far as you want to trade futures and that, you can get free XRP right now on BitUnix by clicking on the link. You have to trade so much volume and you can get up to 800 free XRP. They offer right now, I think if you put $1,000 in there, I got $100 for free. I seen the promotion, so I put all you gotta do is click on my link. And if you're signed up through that link, you just click the link and it'll end up bringing you right through there if you're already signed up. So, and then I think if you do $500 and you trade the futures once you get $50, I take all the free money I can get. So I literally, all I did was send $1,000 I had in Tether, sent it over there, did a small leverage trade and sold at the moment it was up a few percent and sent it right back. And I kept $100 on BitUnix and sent $1,000 back to crypto.com. And now I have a $100 voucher. So, I mean, it's simple stuff there. So I'm not going to give them free money. I'm going to take it. So, especially if it's that simple. But yeah, other than that, I appreciate everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this on social media. Obviously, join the channel in the 33,000 or 31,300 subscribers. And, turn that bell notification to all. As Scotty Kilmer's goes, ding, just so you can be a part of this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know what time it is. You know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the sunny days are here again. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. I wear glasses 'cause I can't see a motherfucking thing. Happy days. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. XRP will reign supreme. Let's just not get caught in the FUD. Oh, we're gonna crash and we did and we will and we won't and we will and the regulations start and we'll crash and we won't and we will and we won't. Oh yeah. Stay true. Stay blessed. Hey Moo, thank you for the $10 donation. I really appreciate that. I think I should give him shoes though. Please. Oh boy. I think he's got problems. We'll just say, I see what was going on here. I see what was happening. It's Bitcoin. Look, we found Bitcoin. Oh, unfortunately, we found the U.S. government there too. Boo! Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you, and I'm glad we were able to spend an hour together, and it was fantastic. Have a blessed evening.